the jagged cliffs of Northern Ireland, perched above the Atlantic, stand the ruins of Dunluce Castle, ancient, cold, and haunted by a legend older than its stones. They say that on storm-ridden nights, the wind carries more than the cry of the sea. It carries a voice, a keening lament, drifting from the northeast tower. Centuries ago, Maeve Roe, daughter of the McQuillan clan, defied an arranged marriage. Her heart belonged to Reginald O'Cahan, a man her father despised. For her disobedience, she was locked away in the northeast tower. One stormy night, Reginald fought his way to her. They fled into the cave beneath Dunluce and into the black water. The sea took them. Reginald washed ashore. Maeve never returned. From that night on, Dunluce Castle was never quiet. Wheels drifted across the cliffs. Some even saw a pale figure in the tower window, still staring towards the sea. And one man, a lone fisherman, came closer to the truth than anyone ever should. He had fished the waters beneath Dunluce Castle his entire life. Storms, rogue waves, jagged reefs, none of it ever shook him. But on this night, the sea changed first. The water went unnaturally still, smooth as polished stone, the kind of stillness that doesn't feel calm but suppressed. The gulls vanished, the wind died, even the tide fell silent, as though the entire coastline had paused, listening. He drifted beneath the looming silhouette of Dunluce Castle, and in that suffocating quiet, a cry rolled across the cliffs. A sound stretched thin with mourning and rage, layered as though several voices wept in unison. A single flash of lightning lit the castle, and in that brief, violent moment, he saw her. A tall figure in the northeast tower window, unnaturally still, hair lifted in a wind that didn't exist, hovering inches above the stone floor. Terror froze him. He tried to look away, but something pale moved in the water beside his boat. When his lantern light touched the surface, he saw a woman's face floating just beneath it. White as bone, eyes wide and unblinking, mouth frozen in a scream that made no sound. Her hair drifted outward in every direction, though the sea around her was perfectly still. Then the water beneath her rippled, slow and deliberate, as if the ocean itself were breathing around her. A wail rose again, not from the cliffs this time, but from the water beside him. He rowed for shore with a desperation that bordered on madness. He never returned to those waters. 3 days later, his wife, who had been quite unwell for months, died in her sleep. Only then did he understand. The Banshee's cry had not been meant for him. It had been meant for her, a final lament for the dying, overheard by the living. They say that when the wind hits Dunluce Castle just right, you can hear her, Maeve Roe, trapped between love and loss, screaming her warning into the dark. So if you ever stand on those cliffs and you hear her crying from the tower, don't ignore it. Her warnings are never wrong. They're just early.